fucking... Are
we back?
Come on! Technology.
Do I have to sing the song again? Don't look no further. Baby, I'm back, yeah.
Show me the meaning of feeling lonely.
Being lonely. Okay, are people watching?
Andrea Lynn is back. Hold on.
Andrea Lynn, you're such a stan.
Yeah.
You're a down-ass bitch.
She really is. Okay, so it looks like we're back.
Okay.
Like a little lag, but...
Yeah, Andrea was talking about her hot mess moment of the week. She was talking about this show that she was booked on. It's kind of like a mid-level show. She had a guest spot.
Yeah, she put me on the poster, which I was psyched about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man, put me on the cool fucking poster. So much of like, quote-unquote, climbing in a comedy world is about, like, social showing off to other comics.
Yeah.
And, like, it's super gross, but it's about, like, and I go back and forth with it, because I make show posters if I have lots of dates, and I do want people to come, but it's also to show other comedians that I'm booked so that they will book me on their shows. And if you get on a particularly good show, you want other comedians to know so that they book you, and you want, like, I mean, I don't even know, like, I'm like, industry, like, who, I don't know. Truly, I don't know. But,
right.
It's also, like, every time I work really hard to get on a good show, I am proud of myself. It takes time and energy and, like, a type of intelligence to get on these lineups. You have to become friendly with the booker and, like, you know, submit your tape and be, like, ready to handle and be there. If you're doing a guest spot, you have to wow them so that they are like, oh, I can book you no matter what. Like, I can rely on you to be...
Well, and you don't have as much time.
Yeah.
Usually. So what happened?
So I said yes to this show after a year of, like, trying to get a guest spot. I said yes, and then I realized that I had a flight that evening to Arizona.
This is an ongoing thing with Andrea. She keeps a calendar. But
do I?
Sometimes you would think maybe she doesn't. Sometimes you would think maybe she just tries to remember dates and just wings it.
Just goes for it.
Because the double booking, this is not the first thing this has happened.
It happens often. And
just to put it in perspective, she booked a vacation that was during the same time as one of our friends' weddings. That had been, she knew she was invited to this wedding for like a year.
Oh, I know, that was a really bad one.
They're fine.
Yeah.
They understood, but
yeah.
It was like she did not realize.
No, I didn't realize until like a week before. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm a stupid person. I would never call myself that.
No, that doesn't make you stupid, but
when it comes to, like, life things, like getting, like, airports and I'm, like, kind of savant-y.
You know, like, time and space.
Temperature, not really a big fan of understanding that.
But it's because you don't try.
I don't try. Here's my problem.
It's not that you're not capable. You just don't try. If I tell you it's 70 degrees and you're like, I don't know what that means. I mean, nobody's born knowing what that means. It's trial and error. You go outside, you feel what 70 degrees feels like, and then the next time it's 70 degrees, you know.
I don't try because people do it for me.
Right, but everybody's annoyed.
Yeah, oh, I know.
So,
I'm better than I used to be, if you can even imagine. Like, the fact that I like have lived in New York City for 10 years and haven't walked into a manhole is pretty impressive.
Have you ever walked into a pole?
Yeah, sure.
I walked into a banister the other day.
Yeah.
You gotta look up from your phone.
You really do.
Newsflash.
Big.
There are banisters.
Hot tips. But I also have this, like, okay, I had a flight to Arizona. And the next day I was going to be signing legal paperwork because my mom is buying a piece of property. So, and I'm on the not lease, but like I'm on the more whatever.
Yeah,
This is so,
I don't think it's...
This is so millennial. I'm
Yeah.
on the mortgage.
I don't think... She had to go to Arizona for...
I co-own a house. Which is crazy, considering my incompetence. So...
You're looking at a homeowner right there.
I'm a homeowner. I'm wearing a bathrobe, and I'm a homeowner. So I can't fuck this up, because this is a legal paperwork homeowning thing.
Clearly that would be the thing to keep on the schedule. If you had to drop one thing. But at the same time, which one, if it didn't matter, which one would you have dropped?
The paperwork signing.
Of course.
Yeah. But
so it's like, now we have to weigh, it goes back to the passion thing, you know, This one thing is important, but not urgent, the show. The other thing is urgent, but to me, super unimportant.
Well, yeah, but like my mom's not going to see it that way because she booked this flight. So she also gets very anxious about flights. I'm very lackadaisical about flights too. So I've fucked up, and she's had to like rebook shit for me. It's really bad. Again,
flights.
Improving.
The thing that is notorious for like being the most stressful thing, being at the airport, making your flight on time. And this bitch just rolls in 20 minutes ahead of time. Oh, I'm good.
But yet, I mostly make it. So
far.
Well, so this.
Oh, and also mostly is the key term there. You have missed.
I've missed one flight.
Yeah.
Considering how fucking fast and loose I am.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is the problem. Is the world doesn't teach me lessons.
Yeah. You need to hit rock bottom before you really change your ways.
So okay. So I'm like, the show starts at 7, and my flight is at JFK. I told you and Dustin about this, and you and Dustin are probably the closest people to me. And know my bullshit the best. Mm-hmm. And you were both like, well, so you were like, okay. Because you're like, you're gonna do it. Like, I saw in your face that you were like, you're gonna do it.
I was like, do what you want to do, but just know that you're crazy.
Yeah, you were like, you're nuts. Go with God. Which I like.
Let go and let God.
I liked your reaction because you know not to try to like be rational with me.
Totally.
Because it's not rational.
What was Dustin's reaction?
Dustin was fucking freaking out. He was like, "Don't do this, Andrew. Don't do this. Don't do this." And I was like, "But I think I'm going to though." And he was like, if you missed the flight, like your mom, all valid comments.
Totally.
But I'm like, yeah, but. The flight. Also, a few key factors. This flight was out of JFK, which is the farthest airport away. I think it's almost borderline Long Island.
It's Long Island, and it's also like this was a Thursday night or something. So
at like 7:30.
That's rush hour. Like people are driving out of the city to go back to their home in Wantagh. I just chose a random place in Long Island.
Yes.
But you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Mad cars on the road at that time.
Mad cars. And this was, I think this flight was, like, bought on points. So I think if you buy shit on points, your ability to be, like, put me on the next, like, there's much less flexibility for you if you fuck up.
If you buy it on points.
Yes. Because when I went to Chicago, I fucked up.
You did?
Well, my mom bought my flight on points, and I told her a day before I wanted to go home, and then I took shows that day when I had a flight, and I was like, can you reschedule it? And she's like, I called because it's on points. You can't, so just buy another flight back, which is like $100, New York to Chicago.
Okay.
So whatever, like I paid for it, it was fine. But so I was like, all right, I'm not going to tell my mom I'm doing this because she'll have a goddamn heart attack, rightfully so. So I'm just going to do this show. I told the host, I was like, can I go first? It's a guest spot. Do the show. Get in an Uber by 7:20. Made it to the airport by 8 p.m., which is crazy. It said like an hour at most.
Yeah.
What if there's a God? He was with me, just fucking. We were rocking and rolling, and I made it to the flight. I had like half an hour at the gate. I called Dustin, and I was like, "Guess who fucking made it?" He was like, I'm not condoning this.
Yeah, no.
You should not be proud of yourself.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You're still a bad person.
You're not a bad person, but like, it's not a good habit.
No, I would never do this, but it was like, I was like,
but how can you say that?
I would never intentionally do this, but the fact that it took me so long to get on this show, I was like, and this booker, this is not something negative against the booker, she's just disorganized, as am I, so I'm like,
clearly,
going back, her and I,
you're disorganized,
her and I, trying to make this happen again, is gonna take another year. And I'm on the poster. I'm doing the show. I had a great spot.
And, like, knowing Andrea, a year would go by and somehow she would be, like, in Africa the day that she's supposed to be on the show.
So I would Skype.
Oh my God, how did it get away from me?
I also...
I didn't know I was going to be in Zimbabwe on the day of the show.
Yesterday I bought tickets for Burning Man. Online.
Did that resonate?
I'm going to Burning Man.
Did everyone hear that?
So, say goodbye.
Andrea's a burner.
Say goodbye to me now, because I'm going to die in that desert. But I was doing it with my Canadian friends, and we were all on a WhatsApp group chat. And before this, it's very specific, like, you make your burner profile.
Oh, God. I love it.
Big Al 88 is my burner name. Then you register.
Check her out on burners.com.
Check out my burning profile. And then my super organized friend from New Zealand who's been to it and was like organizing all of us and telling us where to go. It was like, okay, at noon Pacific time, you can go onto the website and you can buy tickets. And there's 9 people going on this trip. So it's like, these tickets sell out within half an hour, usually. And like, there's no guarantee. It's very stressful. We're all trying to get tickets. The website it's crashing like crazy. I've never seen anything so like what a clusterfuck. Somehow, everyone made fun of me, which I understand why. I know who I am. But somehow, guess who's the only person that secured their Burning Man tickets out of the group? This guy!
Wait, why were they making fun of you?
Because they're like, you're never gonna, like, she was so worried. She's like,
oh, that you were not gonna, wait, so they weren't able to get tickets?
No. So basically what happened is, like, the website was so fucked up because there's so many people trying to access their server. Apparently, like, 80,000 people try to get tickets when it first goes up. And there's, like, 30,000 available or something crazy like that.
Damn.
So you click the link to go to, like, the ticket selling portal. Immediately, all of our links just don't work from the email. So I'm like, fuck. So then I go onto my burner profile, and I go through there, and I get in. Then it puts you in this, like, lineup. Like, it's a screen that's, like, refreshing, and it's like, you are in a line, don't try to refresh, it's not going to move it any faster. As soon as it gets to you, basically, it'll, like, send you to the next window to be able to buy the tickets. So, everyone was just stuck on that page. Like, no one was making any moves. So, you try to do it from, like, a phone and a computer, and no one was able to get anywhere because I think their website was just, like, crashing. So I went on incognito mode and, like, did it that way. Somehow got through. It was so, like, we were all typing. They were like, go, Andrea, go! And I'm, like, buying tickets, but, like, none of the site, like, half of it is just white because it's not loading. So I'm, like, hovering the mouse over parts of it.
Wow, they need to update their server.
Yeah, it's really
It's so funny, like, how digital it is. When I think of Burning Man, if you had asked me how I thought you would get tickets to Burning Man, I would think that you just go to a shed in the middle of Wyoming or something, and there's a man there wearing rags hanging out tickets to.
Yeah, no, it's it's a city. They built a city. It's like a huge fucking thing. So,
it's legit.
It's cool. It's interesting. So they charge me for but the fact that I am the one who made it through is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
So they're not going to get tickets?
So I got tickets, I think. They charged my card, but I didn't get a confirmation or anything. I emailed them, we'll see what happens, but it does look like they charged me. So, but because the site was crashing so hard, people, when you get to the checkout, they pull your tickets out of the pool of available tickets. But because so many people got to the checkout and the site was just crashing or whatever, they had to start again. But those tickets were pulled already. Oh, she says audio is a bit distant.
That's okay. I think we should finish up and then.
Yeah, we got to do something about the audio. By the way, it's so quiet, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I think we should finish up.
So all these people who got to the checkout, they pulled their tickets out of the pool of available ones, but then it fucked up. So then these tickets all became available again. So a lot of the girls' boyfriends were on Reddit threads, reading about what was happening, and then they would go back in, and so they all managed a lot. I think we managed to get 6 tickets.
Okay.
But it was a half a day situation and researching.
So then do you have to pick which 6 of you go now?
So then there's another ticket sale after this where tickets are $100 more.
Oh.
There's also a safe ticket exchange website because this happens so much, big groups, only half of them get them or whatever.
Yeah.
People have a place to release their tickets to other people and transfer.
Wow.
So, we have enough, quote unquote, now that all the girls can go, but we want the full group, so we have to
you have to go the extra
do
mile.
another fucking thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that this fucking idiot was out there navigating servers.
Good for you.
I was proud of
The
myself.
incognito thing, I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah.
I actually, no lie, I actually used it yesterday because I was on a news website. I was on Vanity Fair and I reached my article limit.
Yeah.
So I #incognito that bitch.
Yeah, baby. So I'm both an idiot and a genius. Anyways.
You're a idiot. My hot mess moment of the week was my roommate told me that she's moving out of the apartment. And she's the one who handles all the bills and talks to the I've never spoken to my landlord. So I'm gonna have to be the mama bear of the apartment now, and I'm freaking out a little bit.
I know.
Because
sucks.
I just don't naturally take charge of things like that. Which is not a dig on I just have never had to do that. In every apartment I've ever lived in, the other person was the primary bill payer, rent payer, and then I would just give them money. But that's gonna be me now. I'm gonna be the Escobar of the situation. You know what I mean? And then everybody else is my drug mule. So I have to get used to that. That's a new identity that I don't know if I'm comfortable with.
Welcome to being the fucking adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an adult, so that's we'll see how that pans out. I also need to find another roommate. So I'll keep you guys posted about that, but
That sucks.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Craigslist or whatever.
I don't know if people do that anymore.
They do.
Craigslist?
Yeah.
Okay.
People
cool.
do Craigslist. There's apps and shit. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, I found the apartment that I live in now. I found on an app.
yeah.
There's a specific app.
It's way more fun being the person that comes in when other people have the lease versus.
Oh yeah, you have all the power.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I remember looking for apartments, I thought that they had all the power, and I had to make such a good impression. No, everyone's desperate.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know.
Welcome to adulthood, baby.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, baby.
Always a pleasure. We love you guys.
Thanks for sticking through this shitty live stream shit.
Yeah. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday.
Bye-bye.